Let me start off by saying I think the likelihood of any of this happening is near zero, but it's not zero. So I'm sure if you're watching this video, you've obviously heard the news. Destiny 2 support has been canceled. They're ending support on June 9th. They're doing their final update. There's nothing else past that. Or so they say. Apparently, there's nothing else in the works. That's what they tell us. No Destiny 3, no more support for Destiny 2, no other games that they're working on. But that just doesn't make sense, does it? Why would you cancel support for the only game that's actively making you money for nothing? So let's begin. Some people might say, oh, it's in favor of Marathon. Well, Marathon has a lower player count according to Steam charts than Destiny 2 right now. If I were an executive and I saw that, I would tell them to cancel support for Marathon and continue to work on Destiny. Not to mention Destiny has a thriving console player base, but we're only scratching the surface. And the announcement was so sudden. So one of two things has played out leading up to this announcement. They actually have no future content plans for Destiny 2. And they knew that this is going to be the last content drop, and they waited till just a few weeks before the DLC is actually supposed to release to tell us, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If you knew this is going to be the last DLC for Destiny, you would make a bigger deal out of it. You wouldn't wait till just, 3 weeks before the actual DLC drops to tell your fans? But that's not what it sounds like has happened at Bungie. The second and more likely thing that I think has happened leading up to this announcement is that they were actively working on things for Destiny 2, and then they were told, hey, it's not happening, this is going to be the final DLC, which again doesn't really make any sense. Why wouldn't you do one final huge DLC to have a big send-off for Destiny 2, wrap up the storyline that they've been building on for the past couple, months, years now? When did the final shape come out? I don't even remember. The story with the 9, it feels like we're just getting started on the storyline, and now it's just ending. I think the second most likely happened because they have something else that they've been working on. And no, it's not Destiny 3. I see a lot of people talking about Destiny 3. They've already said they aren't working on Destiny 3. Destiny 3 is not happening right now. It's not in the works. So we're just going to rule that out. But they never said anything about a Destiny 1 remaster. Now, the number one game I'd like to see a remaster for, it's obviously Bloodborne. But number two would be Destiny 1. It's not on Steam. It's capped at 30 FPS on both consoles. I couldn't think of a better reason to remaster a game. And the effort is so little. All you have to do is uncap the frame rate, put it on Steam, and then that's free money generation. People are going to buy it, and you could charge $60 for it too. Think about it. If they had Destiny 1 Remastered ready to release, right? Say they were going to release it in September, which is usually their time frame for all things Destiny. You wouldn't want to split your player base between Destiny 2 and Destiny 1, especially considering when they released Marathon earlier this year, the reception was not great because people were worried that Marathon was taking time and development away from Destiny 2, so that there wouldn't be any complaints about development and support being taken away from Destiny 2 to work on Destiny 1 Remastered. Instead, people would just be happy to see more Destiny content. Sony owns Bungie, right? Which means any Destiny announcements are going to be at PlayStation's State of Play. PlayStation's State of Play is exactly 1 week before this final DLC drop for Destiny 2. The tinfoil hat just keeps getting bigger. Think about it. They announced that Destiny 2 is no longer in active development. Everyone is sad. Everyone is reminiscent about old Destiny, right? They start talking about all their fondest memories of Destiny. And Destiny 1 is probably going to be a hot topic for a lot of people, saying like, oh, when I got into Destiny 1, or oh, I've been playing since Destiny 1. That was my childhood. So with this announcement, people are sad. They're reminiscent. They miss the old Destiny. You let that sit and simmer for a little bit. And then exactly 1 week before this final DLC drop, boom, PlayStation State of Play, Destiny 1 Remaster announcement. Now everyone is super hyped. And in my opinion, that would bring even more players back to Destiny 2 for the final DLC drop. And this would hold them over until the eventual release of Destiny 1 Remaster in September. And the tinfoil hat grows. Destiny's E3 trailer was titled New Beginnings, was released on June 9th, 2014. The new DLC for Destiny 2, the final one, is releasing on June 9th, 2026. The tinfoil hat grows. New Beginnings. And what was the name of the announcement post for Destiny 2's closure? Every end is a new beginning, but the tinfoil hat keeps growing. Destiny 1's OST, track 52, all ends are beginnings. Coincidence? I think not. Again, do I think this is concrete proof that this is happening? Absolutely not. But are the chances of this happening 0%? No. I made some videos already talking about this on my TikTok, and I'm going to respond to some of the comments that I've been reading. Bungie is literally about to lay off hundreds of employees. Right now, that's just speculation. Is it a credible source? Sure. But until it actually happens or we get an announcement about it, it is speculation. This comment brought up a really good point, and I touched on it earlier. The tweet Bungie put out got traction, like 25 million views on a game that couldn't even hit 10,000 daily players on Steam. That has to mean something. Regardless if anything is planned or not, it would generally be insane if this publicity doesn't get channeled into a new project. That's something that doesn't make sense to me. They know that this is a beloved franchise, and they know that they have a dedicated fan base. They know that they just do one thing right, one good update, and they have hundreds of thousands of people flocking back to this game. We had Destiny 1. We had Destiny 2. Last update comes out June 9th. 1 plus 2 plus 9? 12, right? Stay with me. 12 years of Destiny? Coincidence? I think not. What stage of grief is this? Schizophrenia. As a Destiny fan since D1 beta, Bungie sucks now, and they're not going to do anything for the Destiny fan base. I disagree. I think it's kind of a meme to hate on Bungie, like, oh, Destiny isn't good, oh, Bungie doesn't know how to handle Destiny. But we can't sit here and pretend like Bungie hasn't given us some of the best years of gaming in our lives with one of the most memorable FPS looter shooters you will ever play. Have there been some bad updates? Oh, absolutely. Curse of Osiris might be bottom 5 things I've ever played in my life. But I can't sit here and pretend like Forsaken, Final Shape, Taken King, Rise of Iron. Hell, I'll even throw in House of Wolves, Dark Below, and a lot of the seasons for D2. Just absolutely fantastic. An unpopular opinion, I'll say Edge of Fate and Renegades, they were both really fun. Edge of Fate gave us one of the most memorable characters in recent memory, Lodi. Lodi is super cool. And Renegades, I mean, you have to be a Star Wars fan to like it, truthfully. If you don't like Star Wars, I don't think you'd like Renegades. But the weapons, the story, the characters, the new Dredgen, bro, so good. They had Alex Lee voice him, come on. The tier system, I just think wasn't implemented right. I think it's a good system if they had done it retroactively as well. You can't throw in a new system for weapons like that and then not add it to previous raids, dungeons, other like world encounters, or else then there's just no reason to play any of those. Titanfall fan, don't even get me started. It's a neat idea, basically judging community response to the shutdown, but there's no way D3 would have anything ready in time for state of play that hasn't been leaked or teased by now. Well, it's a great thing that I'm not talking about Destiny 3, I'm talking about Destiny 1 Remastered. Where is your tinfoil hat, bro? Literally 0% chance they risk this. Sony is already like $500 million in the red from Destiny. They are cutting their losses. There's nothing to risk here. Destiny 1 already exists. I don't really know how the logistics work out for porting a console game over to Steam, but you see it all the time. It can't be that hard. Destiny 1 Remastered, WTF is there to remaster? The frame rate. I want to be able to play it on PC and not in 30 FPS. Bungie has said it's not happening. They're doing mass layoffs. They actually haven't made any announcement about Destiny 1 Remastered. And the layoffs, again, while credible, is just speculation. Did you not play Destiny 1 at all? You should know what Age of Triumph means. Destiny is done. Yeah, support for Destiny 1 is over. That's why it's a remaster. I didn't say that they're continuing support for Destiny 1 and making new content. I just said that they're going to put it on Steam, uncap the frame rate, make it higher resolution. Boom. If you seriously think it's getting a remaster, this isn't copium, this is straight up delusional. Bungie's focused on Marathon. They've never made remasters, and Sony regrets buying Bungie. There's no way in hell Sony is giving their stamp for that. This guy's just making stuff up. Like, half of that just straight up isn't true. Me being on copium, that is 100% true. Bungie never announced being all in on Marathon, and I think Marathon's really fun. I actually really like Marathon. I don't know why people hate on it. The only people who hate on Marathon are Destiny 2 fans and people who haven't played Marathon. Also, Sony never announced regretting buying Bungie. They just never said that. I don't know where that's coming from. And just because a company has never done a remaster doesn't mean they will never do a remaster. But again, let's back up here. I don't think that this is happening. Like, the chances of this are damn near zero. Listen, bro, this ain't gonna happen. It's just a coincidence. Yeah, probably. Destiny 1 remastered with Destiny 2 systems would be crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I disagree. I don't want all the stuff that Destiny 2 has in Destiny 1. I just want straight Destiny 1, nothing else added, no fluff. Just give me the game, put it on Steam, that's all I want. Why the F does anyone want a remaster of a game where most of the best parts are already remastered and part of Destiny 2? It's only the raids and like a handful of strikes. You still have the rest of the game. There's an entire portion of the Destiny community who hasn't been able to experience Destiny 1 because it's not on PC. Nah, everyone thinks it's going to be Destiny 1 Remake or Destiny 3. Both are wrong. We're actually getting Destiny 5. Holy sh! I mean, that's the only thing Sony has been doing lately is a bunch of remasters. I'm saying, dude, that's like, I mean, you could just look at The Last of Us just for one example. They've remastered that game like 4 or 5 times now. Destiny 2 folded before For Honor. Let that sink in. And Fallout 76. I don't know how either of those games lived longer than Destiny 2. Someone said Vault of Cope. If you're wrong, you have to play Destiny 2 for another 12 years. I'm not strong enough. The rest of the comments are pretty mean, so I'm just gonna end the video here, I think. And the good news is, if I'm wrong, I just look like another crazy person on the internet. But if I'm right, I'm going and I'm responding to every single person who left a mean comment under my video. I'll make a video of me reacting to the state of play, and I promise you, if I hear Eyes Up Guardian, this chair flying backwards. You know those clips of Jinxie where he like slams his foot on the table and then like falls back in his chair? That's gonna be me, but I might also do like a 10-foot vertical. Again, most of this stuff is probably just a coincidence that the dates happen to line up, but there's a chance. There's a non-zero chance. Thank you for joining me on this rant of delusion. This video is a little different than what I usually do. I usually make gaming videos. What the hell is this? Anyways, yeah, see ya.